You are now tuned into the savage motherfucking truth. And you rocking with your host Shano.
And your boy Kato.
And we got a special guest. Very special guest.
Damaris.
I
don't know if y'all can hear Damaris.
Yeah.
She acting shy.
Yeah, she's been in the, yeah.
Just give me a few sips. It'll be alright.
Yeah, but what I want to start off with is your standards.
My standards.
Yeah, what's your ideal man?
My ideal man is different from my standards.
Okay.
First of all, I think.
What's the difference?
I feel like the difference. First of all, I think what men do is they wait until their whole life they want to meet the perfect woman for them or whatever. Yeah. I think that's what y'all try to do. And I think women know that because we want to settle down. I've been wanting to be married since I was 19. That we try to look for what we can deal with more so than what my perfect man is. I can describe my perfect man if you want.
Okay,
but it's different than what I'm able to deal with.
Okay, but with that being said, why I said that is because. Like you ain't like you into a very particular guy. Like he gotta be light skinned. He gotta be.
No, you don't.
Someone where he used to be. It must have changed.
It's like my standards have changed over time. Like as far as what I'm attracted to. But the thing is, you learn what you're more attracted to over time. When I was younger, when I was 18, most of the dudes I dated were dark because that's what was coming at me.
Right.
Right. But over time, you learn what you want more.
Right.
You know, I tend to like people that look like me. I know it's a bit narcissistic, but. It just happened that way, you know, over time.
Yeah.
Over time, I've learned what I'm more attracted to. Like I used to, like there's several things. It's not you want to focus on that, but there are several things. I don't like several things that are just like normal. I don't like thick thighs and guys. There's guys that work out and they look like they work out a lot. I don't like muscular guys. I tend to like thin guys.
But I don't agree with your what you said like as far as like. Men don't look for the perfect chick.
Well, okay, so if y'all aren't looking for the perfect chick, y'all don't want something that's perfect. It's like I don't understand how do I say this? The hard part, right? So once a woman, once I find somebody that I don't mind touching me, I like having sex with, and you know, we get along okay. To me, that's the hard part, finding somebody that I want touching me to begin with.
Right.
Right, but men can have a whole sexual relationship with somebody, fuck them almost every week, and not want to be with that bitch.
Because men don't think they don't think with their emotions.
They don't.
Nowadays,
well, see, that's what I mean. So what is it that you're looking for? Because that's the hard part.
We don't grow up. Most men don't grow up thinking like one day I'm gonna get a wife and get married and shit. We just go through like niggas like him do, but that's rare.
I don't think that's rare. I feel like you are rare.
Of course, but in that part of the game though, I feel like a lot of men think like me. They just.
Why do you think he's rare though?
Well,
we ain't gonna get to that.
I feel like it's statistically rare in the world, but when it comes to black men, I feel like you are that's typical. You are in the majority for the way you think for black men, and I feel like that's why a lot of black people and black women don't get married. Yeah. It's because of the way you think.
Right.
That's why.
Well, that got something to do with a lot of the way that we was raised. Like we grew up, like a lot of us grew up without our dads, and we grew up around our uncles. Our uncles teaching us to be a player. They like when we bring different girls to the crib. And sometimes we don't see that a lot of that shit in the household, like mother and daddy love. Right. You don't see that growing up.
I didn't see that growing up.
Okay, so yeah, to preface that, my parents are still married.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
So yeah, I did grow up seeing it, and the person that I'm currently dating right now, I think one of the things that might be the issue is that he didn't see that growing up, because we have basic arguments about what are we gonna do, like how we have to have stuff that we do together, right? We have a Netflix show that we binge. Are we gonna go jogging together? Like, are we gonna go to the gym to get like stuff? And it's like he it's like. In the beginning, we're better now, but in the beginning, it was like, he was like, we just together. It's like, but what are we gonna do? Like, we
But
don't
just
do
the fact
anything
that y'all
together.
together, that
Like,
was it for him.
yeah, again, I was like, yeah, nothing else. So, but he was.
But you wanted more than
like,
that.
it's like, well, we have to do stuff. What's the point of having a girlfriend if we don't do something together?
The
like,
interaction has to be there. But
like,
not even the one, but even the participation on his part to wanting to do what you want to do is actually showing.
not even that, because I'll be like, what do you want to do? All he does is go to work, go to the gym, and sleep, eat candy. So,
hey,
he admits he's
hey,
bored, but anyway.
like, if like I don't like some men need to do like they need to take the initiative.
But bro, that's what I'm telling you. Some people wasn't raised under that type of shit. Like me for instance, I feel like I'm a good dude, but it took me a long time to even learn how to truly love a woman. I think like, cause certain shit you would think that you doing everything you could do, but you like being there, like like so. Take this for instance, like me being at home all the time with my girl, like just being there. Sometimes I was just there, but I wasn't actually there. Like I ain't on the couch watching TV with her. I'm over here, but I'm at home. But then I'm going out weekend, and then she complaining about that, and I'm like, man, I'm home.
Same argument.
That's what I'm saying. But I didn't know that was a problem because I've been home all week.
But that's not special time.
But that's what I'm saying.
It's the worst day.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. But I thought that I was doing the right thing just being home. Like I had to be taught how to love, like music, soul child, teach me how to love. I didn't know nothing about relationships for real. So I had to be real talk. I had to trial and error. I had to learn how to really love a woman and how to be a man. I never saw it.
See, for me it was different. Like he grew up with his, you say your uncles and your dad like showed you what to do. I grew up with basically females around me. Like my mom, my aunts, my grandmas and everybody. It was a whole matriarch around me. So I looked at things different growing up from a woman's point of view. And to me, that's how I live my life. Even right now, like I look at things from that particular point of view. And
going off of that, that's how I used to think. Cause I used to think like when I got a girlfriend when I was younger, I used to think like I want to treat this girl how I want my mama to be treated. And then I got broke up with for being too nice.
Yeah,
but it's like
okay. Are you assuming that's why you got broke up?
She told me that.
Yeah. Junior, I've had situations like you're just too nice. You're not the type of person.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, but what I was saying, like when I was younger, I wanted to treat the girl like I wanted my mama to be treated, and I got broke up with for being too nice.
I've never heard of it. So basically, in junior high, so a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
So a 13-year-old told you some bullshit.
Yeah, they started.
But you understand? What if that's a lie?
It obviously was a lie, but that's why I've been fucking up forever.
You blame on that?
I blame her.
I mean, because if you're 13, I mean, I want to break up with you because I don't know you always like the color yellow, and I can't stand it. You're just gonna find.
I was basically a man at 14.
Yeah, growing up.
I was grown. I already knew. Yeah.
Look at Sarah's face.
But I didn't know how to like deal with like a relationship. I went about this shit the wrong way, I guess. But it was just trial and error. And I didn't learn this shit until like recent.
Learn what?
You never learn.
Like how to truly
You never learn, bro. Relationship.
You said I didn't never learn?
No, not you. We never learn.
Relationship, you never totally gonna get somebody. It's constant work.
It is constant work, but
I'm talking about the person I'm supposed to be, like a man, like in a relationship. How to be a man in a relationship instead of just existing. Just being, like what she was saying, like just being there, like you don't even know what you want this woman for, like just wasting her time. She got a vision, but you just want a girl. Like you just here with a girl. Yeah. You enjoy sex and being around the girl, but you don't even know how to be a man for the girl. Like you don't even know what she wants. Well, you don't give a fuck.
Well, that's the thing. It's not about. It's not about this like. So basically, you just wanted somebody and you don't want to hang out with her. You don't know how to be. It's not like you don't know how to be friends with a girl because we've been friends for 15 years?
No, that part of the game.
Well, see what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I don't understand how you could know that you have a girlfriend and not need to be her friend at the same time.
But I was getting in relationships prematurely because I was still interested in other women while I got a girlfriend.
Yeah, why would you do that?
I didn't know. That's how I always been. Everybody around me was like that.
Doing whatever.
That's what I'm saying. I never saw that shit, like the fairy tale love, like the real love with
you didn't have a TV?
I don't watch TV. I'm outside in the streets. I don't watch TV.
I brought this shit up. It's like, nah, I don't do that.
But he's a different type of nigga. This nigga got married at 22.
Yeah, that's why I asked you.
I did get married at 22. I was ready.
You thought you
I was, but she wasn't. She had different choices and different things than I did, so it didn't work out. Stuck in there for 3 years. After that, it was over with. But it was my choice. Like I said, I was ready to put it down. I was all this shit I was doing, running around or whatever. It was over with me. I just wanted to go to the next level in life, I guess. The next level to me was getting married, settling down, having a family, and taking care of being a man.
Yeah, that's.
I never thought about getting married to my late 20s. I never even considered it.
I just want to be different, bro. Like, my family doesn't have.
No, I respect it.
So let me ask you a question, and I've asked this question before because that is strange to me. So when you were 18, you said you never thought about it. How did you never pictured your life when you were 30?
I never pictured it with a ring on my finger.
No. So you never thought. Like, how did you picture your life at 30? What did you think you would be doing? Or 35?
The thing that I pictured my life was how I'm gonna be surviving at that age. Like what I'm gonna be, like how I'm gonna be making my money at a certain age. I never thought about the family aspect. I never had that. That's what I'm saying. I didn't grow up under that. My mama been in a relationship with a dude for shit since I was like 3 years old with the same dude forever, and they never got married. And I respected that more than the marriage because a lot of people that I knew that was married, like aunties and uncles, they cheating on each other. They use the ring and kids as an excuse to stay together. And my mama been with this nigga, and they going through the same shit, but they ride it out. They don't got no ring. They don't got no reason to stick together. No kids, no ring. And I always respected that aspect of it more than the marriage.
And so, but we're looking at it as, well, the thing is, everybody knows a man is the one that decides whether, hey, will you marry me, right?
Yeah,
for the most part, right?
So
the thing, I said for the most part.
Okay, yeah.
So, the thing is about the marriage, this is the problem that women have. Men come at us constantly, right?
Right.
And constantly. Sometimes they want you, sometimes they don't. And they're still coming at you. And we have to decide what's real and what's not. We have to make up like tests or rules or like to decide which dudes are coming at us that actually want us and which dudes are coming at us that really don't. And so, will you marry me is a whole, oh my God, you really want something. That's why it means something to us.
Yeah.
It's the decision of no, I want you.
There's a difference between a woman and a man.
And that's the thing. We have that. We have to cut people. Like, what does he really want? What's he trying to do? What is his ulterior motives?
That's why I told him, like, when it comes to women, like dating wise, like dating is different from getting on one knee and getting married. It like changes everything. Basically, you getting on the knee and saying, "Will you marry me?" It's basically, it's not certifying it, but it's just saying that like shit is wrong for you. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. But what is it with, like, I don't understand, like, with women giving, like, a man an ultimatum. Go ahead. Because
we want to know if you really, are you really down for this or are you just playing around? Because there might be somebody out there that wants me more than you.
But
and if there is, then please leave me the fuck alone. Because I want to be happy. If you leave me alone so I can be happy if you're not going to be the one that loves me for real.
So you're only happy if he put a ring on your finger. What if he actually loved you like that, but he just ain't into the marriage shit?
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's growing up in this society. That's what we deem asking that one person to marry you means I want you.
So you rather die single than to be in a relationship with somebody that wouldn't propose to you?
I've never thought about that.
But you said she'll have somebody.
I have no idea. I've never been proposed with that question, so I haven't. We're calculating.
Yeah.
We're calculating.
Okay. Well, think about it. Think about it. Because that's how it kind of be feeling like that to me. I ain't gonna say all women, but some women. Like they can be perfectly in love and so happy, but if this man don't propose, that shit just it make you start feeling different. But this the perfect relationship until he don't propose.
No, it's not. Well, see, the thing is, it's like it's like I feel like the whole the point is we want you to decide, and that is the decision. It doesn't. As a matter of fact. If it's about having a whole wedding and spending all this money, then maybe not. But it's about making it final and saying, no, I really want you, and let's put this on paper.
It's the finality?
Yeah, it's the finality of choosing somebody.
I already chose you, but I'm not fucking with another girl.
But still, like
well, that's where the trust comes. Okay, but that's where the trust come in. If you don't trust me, how could we even go further anyway?
I've never been in this. We're getting into an area that I've never been in. I've never been in a really long-term relationship. I've been in 2 3-year relationships. If we're not counting the current situation, I've had 2 boyfriends.
Right.
But if you count him, it's.
But if you get married, you still don't know if he cheating.
Well, okay.
Right.
So, because when these niggas get ultimatum. And that's
out there an option.
Right. Okay, but also we're gonna interject something else.
Okay.
So you're making somebody your wife, your queen, and whatnot, and saying you are the one.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go out and cheat. But if you're deciding that you're not making somebody the one, and then you go out and cheat, it's like it's like saying something. It's like does he really want me? Does he want somebody else for real, or is the bitches that he's fucking just sex? What's the difference there? Was he gonna leave me for somebody else that he finds? Are if you marry somebody, not that can't happen, but it's like saying yes, I want to be with you. That's what it's supposed to mean.
But that's okay. But so you wanna feel like this?
I want somebody to fucking decide.
But you want to feel like,
and that's the thing. I don't want any wishy-washy-ness, and I think that's a lot of the problem. Just fucking decide. Yeah. Are we gonna be together forever or not? If we're gonna be together forever, then why the fuck not? What's wrong with it? Like, what are you doing? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Well,
if you're deciding, then we decided.
Okay.
Then what the fuck is wrong with it? We can go to justice of peace. It doesn't have to cost any money.
So how long will it take you to give him an ultimatum? Like. How long y'all gotta be dating? Okay, how long do y'all date for?
That's a broad question.
That's different for everybody, I think. That's age and not even age, but like a lot of different things. How long do you date somebody before you're like, okay, are we getting married?
Yeah, especially when a woman get older. Like up in age, real talk. It's a short amount of time they gonna deal with this shit.
That's true, but it's not because we don't want it to be quicker. It's because we're like, okay, like it's like
time.
Especially if you're somebody that wants to have your husband's children.
Right.
I want to have my husband's children, not whoever the fuck.
Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, we have time to wait, but what the fuck? Even if you're wasting somebody's time at 20 years old, like say somebody you're dating when you're 20, y'all both 20, and like you're just like fucking around, cause blah blah, whatever. You understand? Like if you meet your husband at 20, or somebody that could be your husband at 20,
right.
And then you have a year to get to know each other, and then maybe you get engaged. It's another year. 22, 23. Like at what point? And if you were wasting this chick's time the whole time, because you're like she was 20 years old. What if I was just messing with her because she was 20? Then what if you done messed? Now she's 23, and you done messed the whole time. You wasted 3 years of my life.
Right.
Like what are you doing? Now I have to start over. Like why would anybody do that to somebody's life? That's your life.
Right.
Like whoever you marry and have kids, that's your life. Why would you mess with somebody and not even want them?
But that don't mean that he don't want you. He just not
Well,
ready. He's just not ready to marry you yet.
Over time, I have changed my mind about, because of dudes like you by now.
Okay.
You have actually influenced me in a way that you know, I've known you for about 15 years. I don't know how long.
Man, not a long time, but yeah.
I do understand that sometimes men cheat and it's nothing but sex.
Right.
And that's not something I understood at 25. And so that would have, but now, because I've known you, I don't think that my husband cheating on me with a random bitch that he's, you know, whatever, never gonna see again, would destroy my marriage.
You wouldn't leave him if he cheated on you?
That shit would fuck.
Well, the thing is it's going to change it forever. It depends on what you want, because the thing is, it'll change the relationship forever. It's almost, do you really want to do that? It's almost.
So if you catch him one time, you listen to the.
Maybe.
But if you catch him the second time,
I've never been in a situation before, so I could react completely differently than what I'm logically thinking right now. But I think that it wouldn't destroy my marriage. It's gonna do some shit now.
Right.
I might whole move out and move to England for 6 months to a year. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But it's just like or wherever, somewhere. I might go to France. Who knows? Like I can jump up, whatever. But I don't.
Yeah.
As you know, I had the Polynesian dude that I almost married, right?
Yeah.
He was very, very, very jealous, right? He always thought I was cheating on him for no good reason, right? And he was batshit crazy. But the thing is, I never wanted to cheat on him, and and that's actually why I didn't marry the first guy, my first boyfriend that I lived with in college, is because, you know, over time you learn more about what you like, and me being with him is, I basically learned what I don't like and like in a man.
Right. And
I constantly wanted to cheat on him. Never did.
Yeah.
I was inappropriate a lot of times, but I never truly, like, whatever your definition of cheating is, I never actually cheated on him.
Right.
But I wanted to constantly.
Yeah.
But I hate that feeling.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, as a girl, I fucking hate that feeling. So, and I'm not like that. And so the next boyfriend, the Polynesian, I made sure I got with somebody that I actually never felt that way about. And that's why I think you think that I'm picky. If we're gonna revert this back to the beginning of the episode, I specifically choose people who I know I don't want to cheat on. Because I fucking hate that feeling. I don't want to be with anybody. I don't want to be with anybody that I think I might cheat on, because I don't want to. I want to just want my husband. I want to just want my man. So I'm waiting for somebody, and I don't know if men do this, somebody that I won't cheat on.
I respect it. That
was the problem with my first boyfriend, is like I was with him because because everybody told me to, you know, oh, he likes you a lot, and women fall trap to this. Yeah. And men do this too. They pursue women that don't really want them, right? And we, you know, and so it's like, he's nice to me, and then society tells us, you need to be with that dude because he's nice to you. You need to be with him. But that ends up fucking y'all in the end, especially if it's a woman that will marry somebody just because they're nice to me. Oh, he does all this shit to me. And he ends up, you want to cheat on him because he's not really your type.
Right.
You know, I'm not like that. I want to marry somebody that is my type. I don't want to end up marrying somebody just because he's nice to me. He does this, he got this job. And then I just,
look, man,
I don't even have sex with you.
Like, man, like,
but you're nice though.
I'm not just gonna be in a relationship with a woman for that reason. Obviously, if I'm in a relationship with a woman, I'm attracted to her, like, especially from the jump. But that don't mean that, like, most niggas be attracted to their girl, but they still be fucking. Right. Like, when a nigga know he ready to get married, he don't got the same hunt.
This is exactly what I was saying before we cut. I feel like most of the time when women cheat, it's for a different reason than you know, what you say. They just wanna fuck. It's like maybe, and I don't know, because I have my
Don't revenge me, just
the only
break up with
reason
me.
why I wanted to cheat in the first place is because I wasn't attracted to the dude I was with. So I've never really been in this situation, but there's revenge. Like, oh, he keeps fucking up.
Why don't you just leave him?
But why doesn't he just leave me?
Well, why you still there?
That's what I'm saying. Like, he keeps fucking up. No, wait. We don't do the same shit to each other. Here we go. Hold my beer. Hold my beer. Don't like to do the same shit to each other.
You just accepted this shit. Why you accept this shit if you feel like that? If you feel like you need revenge, why you accept him cheating on you?
I don't understand the question.
If he cheated on you and you accepted that,
what do you mean accepted? There's a
Because you
difference
stayed
between
with him.
accepted and forgive.
you stayed with him and forgave him, so ain't no reason for you to get revenge.
Hold on. There's a difference between accepted and forgive.
Forgive, and you stayed with him.
Right.
So where the revenge coming from?
What's the
Revenge.
difference? What's the difference?
Yeah.
So if somebody keeps punching you, you don't
Break
feel like
up
you
with
want to
them,
punch them
because
back?
they ain't gonna change. Just say this
How do you know
thing.
they're not going to change?
I want to hear
That's the
that
thing.
though. What's the difference between
Like, how do you
accepting
know?
and revenge?
One day he probably will, but it's
Do
gonna
you
take-
see what I mean? That's my entire point.
But he gotta
Like,
be.
at what point
but
does it
look,
start?
you not gonna make him tired of it. He gotta be tired of fucking.
I know.
Yeah. So you ain't gonna be the one that changes.
That's not an argument of mine. I don't know why you're saying that. I don't have that argument. I believe you. I agree.
But you said he might. But I'm saying you said he might change. I'm saying you.
Eventually, I didn't say I was gonna change. You know what I'm saying?
I know. So you should just leave him instead of trying to get revenge.
No, I believe.
I'm talking about anyone. I ain't talking about
Like I'm saying, I believe you.
Okay.
But it's like, again, going through the process of finding somebody else is a lot harder, and this is why I don't know if I want to put this on camera. I didn't have sex with anybody for like 6 months.
Just leave names out. You can tell the story.
Right. So my ex, the Polynesian.
Yeah.
Okay, the Polynesian. I didn't have sex with anybody else for like 6 months until an ex, somebody that I somewhat call my ex, your friend, hit me up. And it's just easier to go back to an ex than it is for me. I don't know if this is a woman thing. It's easier to have sex with an ex than it is in person. So in essence,
it is.
You don't. We kind of want to stay. It's the thing is, we don't want to leave. It's more comfortable to stay.
Well, accept all the fuck shit that come with staying.
And accept my fuck shit too.
Hey, oh shit.
I mean, not that I've ever done it, but like, I think that's the thinking behind it. I think women cheat for revenge.
But look,
I think women cheat
So
for
women
revenge.
cheat for
niggas ain't gonna
Niggas
accept
do it
it.
just to
Niggas more. That's why I say men are more emotional than women. Niggas ain't taking that
I believe
shit.
that nowadays, yes.
A nigga can go out and cheat on this girl every day, but as soon as this girl, she don't even gotta cheat. She just gotta talk to the nigga.
I can admit, I can't
A
take
nigga
it.
will lose his mind.
Yeah, niggas want to kill themselves and shit.
Baby
Honestly, not every dude is like that. But yeah.
Shit, most of them is.
Yes,
The stiffest niggas you think are like them niggas emotional. Like niggas ain't taking that shit.
Okay.
Woman cheats, the whole world is the end of the world.
I feel like this one right here, that is that I'm dating right now. He's very much not like that.
But you haven't cheated on him.
That's not what I meant. Like as far as like
move different. See how you act. Just switch how you move to see how you act.
Okay. Like I don't want to get too much.
Nah. But I'm just saying, I promise you, if you move different, you gonna get a reaction to it. Men act off what women do.
Yeah, tell the struggle of fuck niggas like you, bro.
Fuck niggas like me?
Yeah.
So, what he means by nice guys. Like,
what's the question that you were asking them?
The question is like, why do good men get treated like shit?
I think what it is y'all are seeing the titties. It's not that way. It's that y'all find somebody that y'all. It's once you decide to like somebody, there's a responsibility to both be nice to each other, right? Mm-hmm. And so you're being nice because you found somebody you like. But that's the problem with letting your guard down. When women do it constantly, If we like somebody, our guard is down. We are as nice as we can be. And that's how we usually are. So basically, you're just getting a taste of what it's like to be a girl.
Damn.
But a woman tell a nigga like him, you smothering me. I ain't saying he went through that, but I'm just saying niggas like him, like, oh, you smothering me. They want him to be out there with
It's not like, I said this, I'm not all the way nice, but when I commit into a relationship, like if I talk to a girl and stuff like that, I'll make it about her. It's not like I got a side chick, I got options and this and that and so forth. But I feel like...
I don't know anything about that. I feel like I'm the wrong person to ask because, again, with the Polynesian over there, he was constantly under.
Polynesian.
He was.
Damn.
And so I'm different. Sarah would get. We have conversations about this. Sarah gets tired of dudes being under her all the time.
Yeah.
But he was so possessive and controlling that I couldn't go anywhere by myself. Like girls' night, ask Bernadette. If you ask Bernadette, would turn into him coming with us.
Damn.
Like I couldn't go anywhere without him. Any of that, you know. But I was okay with it because I liked him that much. You know, I tried to have girls' night, and every now and then I could, but he was so jealous and possessive that I really couldn't do it. But that's not why we broke up. You know, it wasn't. You know, I guess maybe it's just that people have different degrees of what it is to constantly be with somebody. That he was constantly under me. I would walk in the door, try to wash the dishes, and he tackled me like, "Hey, let's go to bed with the like, I'm so happy you're home." He was like a fucking puppy, but but I was okay with it because I don't mind that level of attention. If I really, really like you,
that's fine.
I'm receptive to that. I'm okay with it.
That attention is
Can I wash the dishes first before you tackle me? You know, can I take a shower before you drag me into this bedroom? You know, and so I love that level. I love that level of attention. But some people don't, I guess. Or is it just that y'all aren't compatible in that way? I don't know.
But yeah.
There are men that would smother me and I don't want them on me, but it's because I've decided in life it's because I don't like them. If I don't want you on me constantly, it's because I don't like you like that.
Yeah,
this is savage true.
But I feel like when I was talking about the younger shit and acting like how I wanted my mom to be treated, the way that I went about it wasn't really me. Like I tried that later on in life with other people, and then like in a relationship, like when we get into the relationship, like say when you first start, you opening doors, giving flowers, giving all this goofy ass shit.
You doing the romance,
and then later on in the relationship, stop doing it. At that point, they talking about like you changed, like you ain't how you was. And I was really but I tell niggas. No, niggas be fucking up that way. Like, you gotta start how you gonna finish, bro. You gotta finish it all the way through. That's what I learned, though.
You gotta start the way you finish?
That's the way you learn some, yeah.
But that's
start the way you finish. I like that. I'm not sure.
Bro.
I like that.
Cause she gotta know what she getting into. Like, you being fake at the beginning, like, trying to, you being this, what's the Billy D, whoever the motherfucker you wanna be. You being out this sweet nigga all in the beginning. Knowing this ain't you, and then when y'all get in a relationship later on down the line, you stop doing that shit, and you don't know you stopped though. You just being yourself.
And for us, like, does he still like me?
Exactly.
Yeah. I've been in a situation like that. Like my last relationship, it was constantly like that. Like in the beginning, I was constantly like, it's you, it's you, it's you. But after like work got to me, every time I got to work and shit like that, everything just went numb. And I thought I was doing my part by bringing the check home, doing whatever I'm supposed to do, paying bills and shit. I thought that's where it stopped, but it just got to a point where she was not happy. She was not like I thought it was like, what the fuck am I doing wrong?
But it's probably not what you doing wrong. Okay, yeah, it's not always what he's doing wrong, right?
You have to know your truth as a person and stay in your lane.
Right.
So if I'm this type of person, I can't pretend to like, oh, I like her, so let me just appease her for 6 months.
Yes.
Then I'm gonna resent the fuck out of her because I've been like doing all the shit that I'm fucking like for 6 months, and I'm gonna snap and now we're gonna argue nonstop.
Right.
Like,
So
be who you are
friends?
and meet people that share the same values, people that you understand their love language, you know what they like, and you genuinely like to do those things for them.
Right.
It's not like,
Let me do all
shit,
this.
she likes flowers, so let me get flowers. Like,
Right.
a real, like, when you're into somebody and it's natural and it's organic, like, on a regular basis, you just want to naturally make that person happy.
Right.
It shouldn't, like, be a struggle to your life. It shouldn't be unnatural to your life.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a
It should be
burden.
like a natural thing that just happens. And if it's not, and if it's forced, then you're not the right person.
I feel like what you're saying is that you felt it was natural, or you were doing it on purpose.
I wasn't doing it on purpose. At first, I was just doing it just because it was a natural thing to do.
Okay.
But like, it's not like 6 months, but like it was I was keeping up with birthdays, Valentine's, and shit like that. I was keeping up with that, but 3 years down the road, it got to a point where I had to like step out to the plate and just like bills and all that. I got numb to the shit. I just thought I was in the perfect place. I thought my situation was situated and stuff like that. So I'll be able to concentrate on the financial part, and I had this. That's what I thought. Bro,
But for a different type of girl, like, that would work. Like, that's not her love, but that's not the shit she likes.
Yeah.
That's not what she likes.
Like, you're just switched the wrong, you know?
Yeah, I switched.
Not every girl likes gifts, not every girl likes flowers, like, everybody's different.
Right.
Find what mixes with the shit that you enjoy doing.
That's true, yeah.
And like I say, from what she said,
So it's not like did you want to do that, or you just forgot that you had to?
I didn't forget.
He obviously didn't want to do it, because if he did, he would have.
And that's why we break up with you, because we say that's exactly what we assume. Because if you wanted to do it, you would do it.
That's why people
Bro,
don't
this
think
is
that's
great
breaking
from the
up.
time of you got that shit, That's funny as hell.
Nah, hey,
That's exactly.
But this,
that's what I wanted, though, right? I got to answer shit. I thought I was doing the right thing. I really thought I was.
What
The
right
kids were involved. Everything was like, all that shit was in there. Like, to me, it was just like, I completely just thought I was doing my man's part as a dad, the dude that brings the bacon home and stuff like that. She was at home taking care of the kids. Whoop de whoop whoop. And that's the coexistence that we had.
Did she need that? Like, okay, first of all, she needed taken care of.
No,
So
she didn't need taken care of.
he just felt that's what a man's supposed to do.
That's what I felt like a man's supposed to do. A man, she could do her own thing, but we had kids.
Mm-hmm.
She was at home, and I thought that just because she was at home, I'm supposed to be the one to take care of everything.
well,
And I did take care of everything to the point where I just lost the focus on her.
okay.
I understand where you're coming from, because it be a lot of mixed messages out here. Like, some girls who want a ring, you know, like your grandma and grandpa, that's how it was.
My grandma.
How he did, like they go get all the money,
years.
and they take care, the women take care of the house and everything, kids and shit, and the man go get the money. That's how it was back then, but that's what he was under.
I was under that situation, but at the same time,
I was forget that you love the person.
I know I loved her. I cared for her and everything, but it just got to the point where it was just overbearing on me. Like it was so much shit happening at the same time. Like I had a son, I had a stepson, and my wife didn't have a job at that time. And
So she did need taken care of. I think you answered that question correctly.
Yeah,
She did
that
need
way,
taken care of. Right.
I guess if you say that.
I was told this by a female friend of mine. That's what a man's supposed to do that, and a woman's supposed to do all the other shit in the house, like the old shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays, it's some women that don't want to cook and do all wifely shit until they get a ring.
Oh no.
I know women like that.
No.
They say you ain't gonna get.
Tell them. Go ahead.
You ain't gonna get me to do no white shit until you put a ring on my.
Don't make me make that get out. No.
Tell them, man.
No.
You got something to say?
It's women like that. I'm not saying all
So
women.
Shannon, don't hate those women.
told her that's why she don't got a fucking ring.
There's women and men of every type.
But I told her that's why she ain't got a fucking ring. You gotta give this nigga a reason to fucking. This nigga ain't. If he know you don't do none of this shit, he ain't finna marry you.
Awareness, like which 90% of people have no self-awareness.
Okay.
People are trying so hard to please the other person or the person they like that they don't even know what the fuck they like or what they need in a relationship or what's gonna make them happy. What can they put up with? What can't they? So like people really shouldn't date until they know those things about themselves and are willing to abide by their own shit and stand firm. Like I know my shit. And there's no difference. I don't fuck with a lot of men because they won't accept my.
The difference is sometimes you cannot know that you know that about yourself until you date. You said you can't date until.
But as you date, you learn and you learn. So you have to like put yourself out there honestly. Like you can't hide like the shit parts of yourself. Like I like to put my shit out there.
You meet at 25, to 28, you're supposed to be married, right? Anyway, so we had a side conversation because I made a blank statement about black men, which may not be true.
It ain't.
But
Tell us.
So Sarah said that you have to learn yourself, right? But I interjected that in order to learn how you are dating, you have to date different people, right? And so my experience growing up,
but not knowing yourself just in dating, knowing yourself in life.
And my experience
as a person, what makes you happy in life?
My experience growing up is that black men don't like to date; they just want to fuck you. So we don't end up in relationships until late in life. Well, now you're 25 years old with your fucking first ass real boyfriend. And now you're learning yourself.
A nigga ain't gonna cook you if the pussy ain't right.
I don't agree with that statement.
Okay.
Why not?
Because I don't think that's true. I've
It's not
been black men my whole life and I don't feel that way at all.
I spent years getting text messages at 12 o'clock at night, ignoring them, and texting back at 12 o'clock.
I mean, there's definitely men like that, but there's also other men. Who are you surrounding yourself by? Who are you giving your attention to? Who are you giving your phone number to?
You didn't know
Maybe you need to switch up the text messages.
Right. Men in college dudes that don't
You didn't realize you was a side chick.
Well, this is even before you get to that point. This is here's my number. Like there's a whole
He
point.
can have a girl.
Maybe, but this is the whole here's my number. Like this is years of here's my number.
Yeah.
Like let me text you late, years of just not even getting to the level where you're dating somebody at all or sex. Right? So you spend years just being like, hi, here's my number. Hey, good, hit me up, here's my date. Okay, well, and then you never see them again. Years and years, recycle, no sex for months. Because nobody gives a fuck want to know your fucking last name.
Right.
But I spent, and I'm gonna say this on camera.
Yeah.
The year that I moved to Dallas from Austin, I hadn't had sex for a year. Because I kept running into men that would text me at night. Hey, what you doing? I'll text them back. Hey, I want to get to coffee.
The world needs to know Damaris only fucks with one type of dude.
You
That's
booty
fuckboy. And that's a fuckboy. This does not apply to most women.
But look, if I as a man, I wouldn't be mad at you.
The whole time, so this is college shit.
Yeah, so it's even more fuck. Like you can't judge like young shit in life shit.
No.
Like when you're in college and you're in high school, like
that's
dating how men were like then. Like you can't relate that to it.
But this is the age that you should be meeting somebody, and you don't ever want to do stuff like that. So, like to me, I wanted to get married at the age of 19. I'm like ready to get married.
Shit.
You know, I want to meet my husband. Not ready to get married, but I want to meet somebody that I can have a future with. Right?
Yeah.
And so when men text you late at night and you just met them and you ignore them, so basically nobody wants to even have coffee with you. Yeah. Nobody wants to meet you in person. You just exchange phone numbers and they just want to fuck. Right? Yeah. So actually, again, I'm going to repeat myself. The year that I moved to Dallas, I hadn't had sex in a year because every dude I met didn't want shit.
Men do that.
Random.
No, men do coffee. You ain't no young man courting you like that. Nigga wanna fuck and then we gonna talk about where we going from here.
Right.
And that's another problem I had with Austin, Texas, is that every dude was in college because it was a college town.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't expect you wanna meet for coffee tomorrow? No. If we gonna fuck, we ain't gonna see you again.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
My grandmother told me when I went to college, baby, college is where you meet your husband.
Back then.
Yeah, back then. So yeah, basically basically, so the whole time, you're basically the whole time between 17 to 25, niggas ain't shit. Is that what you're saying?
No, because this nigga got married at 22, so his nigga got.
But that's what you're saying. Like everybody that I met in college, they ain't about shit. Because I don't know you, right? So when you meet somebody and you don't know who they are, how the fuck are you judging that they ain't shit?
If you meet a man that young and y'all get married that young, I'm just saying, like, if you did, he probably gonna cheat on you. He ain't got a chance to come like it. But I'm saying, you saying men ain't shit, but
I'm just talking about. And honestly, Shannon, at a certain point when I hadn't had sex in a year, it wasn't even about that. I just wanted somebody to fucking want to know, ask me questions about myself. Like, and be interested at some kind of level, rather than just texting me at night. It's not even an earn. Like, how does you earn shit just by being like, hey, it's new. You want to meet me at this bar? You know, it's just at that level. Just basically, just act like you want to know me at all.
Have some interest.
That's what you want?
No, spend some time.
Niggas ain't doing it. They young. I'm telling you.
This is what I'm saying. So, so there's a whole series of women sitting off, not having sex with nobody. Because nobody wants to give a fuck about who they are.
But those whole series of women don't give a fuck about niggas, because that's all they does. Niggas is like, oh, this niggas wanna fuck.
So you gotta have fun when you're young.
But why do you keep hitting her up at 12 o'clock?
Because he wanna fuck. It's a booty call.
But no, he's arguing against it though. He's not arguing your point. He's saying, where are you judging these niggas that only want to give a fuck? They acting like they only want to fuck. I'm not judging them, they don't fuck. I'm just saying, text me at fucking 12 noon. Don't just hit me up at 12. You just said don't judge niggas that don't fuck. Wait, so come, like, I'm the captain now.
Let's go, Captain.
So you said.
I say what?
It's just judging niggas that they only want to fuck. So that's what you said. Like, bitches are sitting here judging niggas, saying that they only want to fuck. That's what you just said.
I just said that?
Yes.
Okay, quote me then.
Do you want him to tell you that's why he texted you at that time all the time?
Because I want to fuck at 12?
Text you late.
That's basically it?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, if I respond to you back at noon every time, and then you keep texting me back at 12.
Tell him stop
charging.
Yeah,
tell him fuck off.
But that's the thing. It's exactly what I'm saying. Happens a couple times, never see him again. Next person happens a couple times, never see him again. Next. Couple times, never see him again. Next. Same, a repeat cycle of meeting dudes. They hit you up late at night and you ignore them. Try to make some time to see them in the daytime.
Shit, nigga. That's a side text and shit.
Yeah.
But when I first started going to the bar and shit, when I was first old enough to go to the bar, I had situations like that.
Well, I'm just saying, like, cause I used to go to 6th Street before I was even old enough to get to the bar. But yeah.
But we had sex first, and then I get to know later.
Sex first before. Hell no.
Where did hold up. Where did y'all meet? Where did y'all meet at?
That's a bad, bro.
So usually, in college, I would meet people on campus, or I meet people at a college party.
Cause I was gonna say, if you met at the bar, and we met at the bar.
Usually college parties are in the bar or in the student center or some shit like that. Tent parties.
Niggas be broke too. Niggas don't be going to spend no money.
That's the thing. Again, it's per situation. Just don't fucking hit me up late at night. And it's per situation.
Did you say titty party?
Tent party. Anybody that went to Prairie View knows about a tent party.
I don't remember about the tent party. I thought you say titty party.
Right, tent party.
Yeah, but
PVU.
Yo, what is this?
PVU had tent parties. Anybody?
I'm telling you, like, young niggas.
You never tried to Prairie View?
I didn't want a girl back then. When I was in college, I didn't want a girlfriend.
I didn't go to college.
There's so many girls out here. Like, why would I just? Hell no, I'm doing myself a disservice.
I like your shoes.
And I still had to, Oh, thank you. You gotta get sexual experience in college, bro. I can't be covered.
You think so?
Yeah.
High school ain't sexual experience enough?
Bro, I had a girl when I went to college. And when I went to college, I was cheating on her, like, all the time.
I think sexual experience is in high school. Before you go to college.
Nigga, that's... No,
sexual
in college, bro, there's so many girls, bro.
Some sexual experience is not it's in college, it's not.
In high school.
Yeah, it is in high school, but in college, we fucking.
So in high school you wasn't fucking?
Yeah, but I had a girl in high school.
But you wasn't fucking.
Like that was like puppy love shit.
Then
when I went to college and I
what?
see so many girls all in one pocket, so many women.
But you're still fucking in college.
Way more than high school, I guarantee you. It doesn't
fucking matter, you're still fucking regardless.
No, I actually agree with him. That's probably
no, I don't agree.
Man, you ain't even go to college, bro.
I didn't.
That's what I'm saying. So how you
oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't.
Did you ever go to college parties?
Yes, I did.
Okay, because there's just random shit going around. People just
I know.
like that. Pop down, sweating. Woo! Woke up in this boy's going like whatever.
I've had that. I've had that.
Okay, so
what happened to me? Like, I had a college.
I had a roommate.
Okay.
I actually stayed in a dorm. I had a roommate, and we lived on the first floor that used to she used to sneak a boy through the window and fuck him in the room when we were asleep. And I don't want to name her, but my other roommate at the time alerted it to me, and then the next time it happened, I saw it. She had a dude in the room, brought him in, and then I couldn't unsee it. I couldn't go to sleep. I couldn't put the pillow over my head. I was like, oh my god, she's in it. So she basically fucking the dude, and we in the room, and we just like,
that's right, the hot sex head.
So yeah, I want to tell you,
college is wild.
College is different.
It's different, man.
College is another animal.
I think college is where girls.
That's why I don't want to have no
college is where girls decide, okay, well maybe I can try a couple of things. Let me do a couple
it's
things.
It's okay for girls to do that in college, but college is
if a girl makes it through college and still virgin, I salute you.
Yeah.
Shit.
But understand, so we were talking about college age earlier and getting married, but notice the age, if you go to college for all 4 or 5 years, the age that you graduate is like 22.
Yeah.
In college?
Right. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 4 years, 23. I started at 17, so, but like, you see what I mean? So you got married at 22.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. I think, I commend, but that's the age.
That's lame.
You're old enough to graduate college by the time you're 22.
My life is
you're old enough
life,
to be done fucking bitches in college by the time you're 22.
That's true.
You had a different life.
So when you say 22 was too young and he got married at 22,
no, I disagree with that. I always tell him that he's a good nigga.
I disagree with that because you could graduate college by the time you're 22. You could have fucked all the bitches in college and then got married. So why aren't y'all done fucking yet by the time?
I'm done fucking.
I don't know. The temptation, I can't.
You know what I mean?
Look, I can't.
Well, right now, for me to be able to fuck somebody, we gotta have something. I just can't go out and just fuck whatever. To me, that's beyond me now. Like, fuck that. I gotta have a rapport with you I gotta have a conversation.
You gotta have some stuff, but I'm just saying that this, I'm tired of this shit.
That shit is quick though.
Like, I'm tired of that bar shit. I don't even want to go to the bar no more.
Hell no.
Like, I'm kind of like old now. Like, I'm not old, but I'm tired of this shit. Yeah, I'm tired of this shit.
I'm so glad that you said that.
Yeah, I'm growing up.
This bar.
Shannon is growing up. Oh, he's so growing up now.
He is.
Yeah.
Well,
so if you like it, put a ring on it.
You ratchet bitch.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What I do is my business. Don't look at my cup. Don't look at my cup. Don't look at my cup. You and me, why hate? They just wanna be us. They just wanna be us. They just wanna be us. Ain't studying no bitch. Counting figure something up. Counting figure something up.